Salutations, humans. This is Froggy and Friends, and we are playing League of Extraordinary Adventurers. Okay. Last time, our party put flour into the crystal, went to Needle and Things, got overloaded with the amount of tattoos, piercings, etc., etc. Went to Innovations, went to Enchanting Enchantments, got offered gold for Manicore heads, the tail, the roper parts. That is about that. Is there anything from that? Like, are there any items or anything that I need to recap for any of you guys? Okay. Okay. So you're at Enchanting Enchantments. You're in front of the Dragonborn Turtle Man. And he's like, that'll be, I'll give you, that'll be 1,700 gold in store credit. For the Manicore heads and the tail and the roper. So, of what do you want from my shop?
I don't think we wanted it. Did you guys want anything from his shop?
Not particularly. You guys didn't really want anything from his shop, so you don't. You don't.
Is this the guy that has weapons, or is this like?
He has some weapons. I did send you in the text what he had in a like a pages file.
Right.
And it is things at Enchanting Enchantments. So he did have one sickle and stuff like that, but you, Esker and Capri and Uthara, and I'll just say Ragath would bring it up. Well, we don't need to hand him over the things we're carrying right now, because we do have a few other shops to go to.
That sounds good to me.
My harpoon's getting enchanted right now, right?
Yeah, and you've been gone almost an hour.
Yeah.
And Flower only has an hour to be a fly.
We better head back.
All right.
I mean, what could go wrong?
He's got the others. I'm sure he's got some more spells stowed away to be a fly for an hour again. Maybe not.
Okay, so you just kind of head out?
Yeah. What shop was the mace at?
The mace? Which one?
That you texted me about?
The mall?
Oh, the mall? Oh, I got that mixed up.
Yeah. I was saying that would be most likely at Victorium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the next shop that's closest to you is actually called the Second Gilded Goblet. But you're going back to Innovations. You walk in. Esker, you actually have a fly kind of is like bumping into the crystal like aggressively, but it can't do anything until you make it. It's like
Yeah, just get that back in there.
Okay, so and you hear a oh, that was a close one.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
And you see Strigojevich sitting at his desk. and he's banging on something on his counter, and he's like, "Oh, customers, how may I be of service?"
Heck.
What was that?
Was that a bird?
Hang on. So Percy and this neighbor cat have major beef, and he comes. The neighbor cat comes to our back patio door and
Yeah.
tries to get Percy through
Mm.
the door, and so Percy fights back. So
That's
I'm gonna
so
go scare that cat off, because otherwise Percy will just keep screaming at him. So I will be
Wait a
right back.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought it was a parrot.
It
You guys got a macaw or something?
yeah, it
I know, it sounded like a
Yeah.
That was just a cat. That's so funny.
cats have some really interesting vocal things that they can do.
Yeah. Especially bobcats.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm thinking of a bobcat. Yep, I am.
Yeah. No. They're freaky animals too. A bobcat that's close to 40 pounds can kill a deer.
Yeah, but they're so adorable. Adorable, fatal.
Yeah.
If scary, why friend shaped?
What?
Like, if deadly, why are they friend shaped?
Yeah, we could say that about so many different things, though.
Hippos.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pure and utter death. Hippopotami. Oh, man.
But they're so friendly.
No. They are terrifying.
Yep.
Deadly
They
snake.
scare me. I don't even find them cute anymore because they're so scary.
Mm.
Maybe a little. Maybe Moodang. That's it. And then once
Oh,
Moodang
the pygmy one?
grows, yeah. Then once they grow, hi.
Man, she's really having to deal with that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, fire and cats, man. That's serious
It
business.
might have been pain.
Dang. R.I.P.
Yeah. Well, when I was a lot younger, we actually had water and vinegar that would hit in a squirt bottle to take care of cats outside that we didn't want around because they couldn't stand it. So, because they'd climb up our screen door, like we'd have 3 of them climbing up our screen door, and they'd get caught unless you got them startled off. Ugh. So, but that was on the farm. So, welcome back.
Thanks. The op cat has been scared off.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So Strigojevich is sitting there. He's like, "Welcome, customers. How may I be of service?"
Just checking in on some wares that we left here.
You left something here? He starts moving stuff around. He lifts up his hat, and he starts like itching his head. Esker and Capri, what is your passive perception and what is your passive perception, Esker? 12, 13. Okay, so yeah, you definitely notice that they're on the right side of his head. There's like missing hair, and there's like a weird blue mark. So you just notice that when he puts his head. Well, I don't remember this being here, so he grabs the harpoon and he moves it forward. There. I think I worked on it.
Dang.
Do you normally forget your work?
Yeah.
And he turns and he grabs this parchment and he slides it forward. And who would want to read the parchment?
I'll read it.
Okay. Whoever it may concern, this is Stragojevich's son. He is actually in the beginning stages of dementia. So I apologize if he has forgotten anything.
That's sad.
Yeah, it's sad.
But I also feel like he wasn't acting above table. I feel like he wasn't acting like that last time.
Yeah, he probably took our money.
How would we know if you worked on this or not? What would be the telltale now that?
Well, you're looking at the harpoon. There's this on the point, right at the bottom of the point. There is another piece of metal that if you grasp and pull down, the barb will work like normal. Otherwise, you slide it up and it like clips over the blade, and it's still sharp, so that'll come out. So it's not. So it works. It's just not as mechanically superior as you were probably thinking, but it'll definitely work.
It'll do. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well.
Sorry. There's So he moves the paper, and then he's like, so I showed you everything, right? I showed you everything in the shop.
Yes, you
Okay.
were gracious enough to show us.
Okay. Good. All right. I'll get back to working on. What was that?
We'll see you later.
Yeah.
Guess there's only one way to find out if my harpoon's actually enchanted or not. Use it. On him.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh, no.
No, no, I'm gonna the other shop that was listed out as an enchanting shop was actually the second Gilded Goblet, and so that was actually pretty close because you could have you chose to go to enchantments rather than there, so you can go there. So yeah.
Well, yeah, let's go to the second gilded acorn then.
Second Gilded Goblet.
Goblet.
Okay, so you're going up to this one, and this one, Enchanting Enchantments was kind of like the paint was faded and stuff like this. This one is tapestries kind of over the front, and there's a big, looks like a golden goblet that's been painted on a piece of wood as you're going, and then you go in. Behind the counter is he's probably about 6'3", extremely long ears, very pale skin, salt and pepper hair, and he's a pallid elf just like Kepri, but he's far older. So he's got like where the sideburns are here, but they're super long. He does that long thing. Let me go to this note. And so what I'll actually do is I'll go to this, and I will send. I went through and I actually put things in pages, simplified it to make sure that I could actually send them to you. So, welcome to the second Gilded Goblets. Looks like you have. I really don't do enchanting much now, but I can hand you off to my grandson if you are interested. And being that you have manticore heads, you're adventurers, so he might have a deal for you. You can definitely enjoy chatting with him. And his shop is just a little bit down and around the corner. It is what the tide brought in. I'm hopefully going to get out of this profession at some point. I've seen a little bit too much.
Interesting.
There's some nice things in this store.
Yeah, I see a thing I want.
What do you want?
A string sword.
I know.
Blade.
Yep.
Yeah.
The now the elemental sword, it's just the hilt. He does not have any of the crystals. Um, and I actually thought you might like that mist blade, that rapier, farther down, Esker.
Okay. Let's get there.
Yep.
I'm there.
That war pick called Shipwrecker is pretty cool.
And cord cutter, I thought Ragoth would enjoy that.
I thought that too.
And I thought mist, that jacket. Any of y'all would enjoy that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but my keep a billowing is just. I gotta keep that going. Well, Capri is more than happy to go to Sun Shop whenever.
Okay.
Ooh. Or family. Ooh, I just feel like you never know when breathing underwater. Come in clutch, right? Oh yeah, there's some good stuff. Noise.
Okay. Uh, I guess I could look at. I could identify items. Of course, there's a cost to that. Actually, Kepler, you can roll a nature to see if you can figure out how old he is.
Ooh, I would love to. I only got a 11.
11. You definitely can tell that he is. Um, he looks still pretty spry, but he is. He's one of the older elves you've probably ever seen. And that's saying something.
That is saying something.
Hmm. I really like Shipwrecker.
Just keep in mind where everything is.
Yep. Oh, that's a good bard stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that bedroll is sick. Like, I love an extra hit die.
Yeah.
And especially in our games where hit die actually matter.
Mm-hmm. That I feel like that would go a long way more than we realize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that tent is pretty cool too.
are just fun.
I feel this goes way faster. You guys being able to see everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe. All right.
well, because
Yeah,
I
I'm not interested in.
okay. Well, cool. You have record of it. You have the prices of it too.
Yeah, one's a little pricey.
Yeah. And he's friendly enough, but he's very open about. Like, he's when someone's done something long enough, they're like,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Well, there's a lot of things here that are extremely nice, and I would like to get. However, I don't have the funds for it right now. I'm sure you're already offering a discount, considering your generous nature, but is there anything that we can do to further receive a discount?
um, have a good conversation with my grandson and make sure that he makes money.
Yeah. Is just not business minded.
Uh, he cares
Okay.
more about the oddity of the items, and he cares a lot more about his customers, which is good. But he's been taken advantage of.
Mm.
Mm. So he needs some street smarts.
Possibly. I've tried. His mother and his his aunt and his uncles have all tried, but well, not all of his uncles. Edgar necessarily. He's a spitting edge image of his uncle, actually. So I should have seen this coming. So yeah, that'll be right.
I wonder if some kind of strong arm could be hired to help him.
Possibly. Um, Usually with adventurers that bring things in, he offers them a discount if you will become exclusively working for him, of getting um, components and enchanting um, materials. For instance, those manticore heads, the tails, and things like that. Um, Now, the discount he gives, it varies. And then sometimes he gives the option. Actually, what? You can just talk to him, but he gives discounts and he's given percentages of things that they've brought in, the money for that. So yes.
Where can we find him?
So you're going to head out the shop door. You're going to take a left, and you're going to be taking another left around that corner. And when you do, you'll definitely see what the tide brought in. It's a
I'm familiar with the good tide.
he he's all about the theme. He all about the theme. All about the theme.
Atmosphere.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
I like this guy.
And this I'm so sorry. My name is Everett. And if you do travel from Cowickam, and if you do get to the port of Balder, it's pretty far away. My two sons run their own shops there. You have Obscura, and then you have he keeps changing the name of his shop. Oh yeah, Edmund's Wonders was the last time he renamed it. So Yeah, but do come back. And of course, like I said, I'm going to be trying to get as much business towards my grandson as possible. But if you do need anything, and especially if he needs anything via me, I will try my best to. So, for instance, if you hire him to enchant something, I will go and help enchant to speed up the process. Um, I don't do as much enchanting as I used to. It can be taxing, but yeah.
All right, guys. You wanna go pay a visit to Edmund and get this discount?
Yeah. Um, yeah.
Let's go.
Let's holly ho go.
Oh, and his grandson, his name is Vernon. It says Vernon at the what the tide brought in. So as you're walking out, you see this. There's a there's this guy that's kind of bending and snaking as he's kind of walking, like like where his hips are, and he's got a hood up. And Esker, uh, he opens his jacket up to the one side, and he's like, huh. Hey, I got some charming charms and bangles to dangle, huh? Huh? And it's three kobolds like standing on each other's shoulders. And they
Oh, yay, Kobold!
and they're like, oh, oh, oh. And I'll send you. Hopefully I can open this in Pages as well. Come on.
I love kobolds.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll send this to you. They offer you, these are charms and bangles. They can be added to a non-magical weapon to give it a magical property once.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can put multiple charms or bangles on a weapon or armor, but if you use them more than once in a day, it will damage the armor or weapon because of that. There are weapons that you can purchase. There are specially made things that can handle charm use on more than one occasion, but they're pretty expensive. So he starts. He first off he offers you. Do you want to take a hit from the jar of farts, pickled farts?
Pass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So they've got this blunt badge. Like they're super cost effective. But like once they're activated, you have some of them have like an hour of use. Some of them have 1 minute. So yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
A participation ribbon.
Yep.
I don't need any of these right now, but I'm gonna keep these in mind.
Okay. We can also possibly get a hold of other things. uh, to brighten or open minds.
Is he talking drugs?
You can roll an insight and see.
I'd love to, because I feel like he's talking drugs.
What? It always the drugs.
Does an 18?
Oh yeah, he's definitely talking about that.
Okay, that's what I thought. I don't think I need that either.
Oh, okay then. We don't have any with us anyway at the moment, but we can, if you know anybody.
I'll let you know if I find some.
Okay. So if you're done chatting with them,
Yeah.
okay, you can go to what the tide brought in. So you pass by these stumbling kobolds, and you turn the corner, and you're like, oh, that's a big warehouse, and then you kind of turn your head, and it's like a shipwreck on its side, and like another ship is the front of it. So you got two ships as the holding it up. You're like, oh, because like underneath is the doorway, and
This is cool.
and the door actually looks like it's a rowboat that like opens up.
That's cool. Okay, we're all about the flare here.
It is.
Yeah, obviously I'm feeling at home.
Awesome.
I'm loving it.
So you the rowboat kind of opens up, and you've got in front of you like a bead curtain out of seashells. You go through, and as they're going, you actually feel like you're walking on a sandy beach, and you're hearing the waves. And you've got the smell, and you're actually hearing like seagulls and stuff. And then once you pass,
Oh man, this would make your Thor cry.
and then after you pass through there, you've got this guy that his desk is actually like once again it's like a rowboat that had a big hole in it, but a flat plank is on top of it, and there's a whole bunch of fish netting up with weapons and things hanging on it.
Ooh, okay.
Lots and lots of weapons. He's got and a lot of it is like, of course, like sea themed and things like that. I'll send this right now.
Oh, glad I saved my money.
Welcome to what the tide brought in.
Ahoy!
Ahoy, madam. I hope you enjoy your stay.
Are you
Oh, my name's
shoot,
Vernon.
one of your
My name's
Are you Vernon?
Matter of fact, I am. And you're looking into his like. I'll actually. I've actually have a picture of him that I've been using.
Oh boy.
Yeah. No.
Can't wait for this.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm on.
Lightning rod harpoons.
Yep. Madam, is that a harpoon on your back? May I look at it?
Why, yes, it is. And I would love to know if you think it's enchanted or not.
Oh. I'll take a look. And let me modify this picture just a little bit. So this is Vernon.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Vernon's a little dishy.
What?
He's a little dishy.
Man, I'm not hip or with it on a lot of terms. Could you describe that to me, please?
Yeah.
Means he looks alright. He looks good.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Yeah, like, what's... Oh, man. Like, I know I'm old. Just don't rub it in, man.
Toothy Maw.
What?
Toothy Maw.
Yeah.
These are cool.
So he's looking at your harpoon, Uthara, and he's like, so this is in the beginning stages. It looks like you brought it to innovations. How is Stragojevich? He's I've heard he's kind of losing his touch on things, which is sad.
Forgetful.
I think you're onto something, Vernon, because I gave him this harpoon to enchant, and we're just in the beginning. We're still in the beginning stages of enchantment, so.
Oh, he definitely didn't enchant this. He doesn't really do this type. I would definitely love to be a part of some modifications to this. As you see, I have a lot of cobalt weapons up there. One of my sisters is involved in one of those mines, so I get some of that material quite easily. The Lemurian oak that is used in this, I have some driftwood that I've used before, but this actually was driftwood, and so that actually adds to it. Being that they did Damascus steel with the Electrum, that does add some things. It does give me some ideas.
I like where you're I like your thinking, Vernon.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
So, well, let's see here. Let's okay, looking at it, I don't know. It looks like it needs a minimum of like 2 charges. So when you're enchanting an item, the more powerful the item is supposed to be at the end, the more charge it needs. So this one, it kind of needs a really big jump start of a very strong lightning source. And it's definitely missing a tether. The leather strap you have here will work for just regular harpooning, but what I can, let's see here, and he starts moving things around, and he comes back with this cable,
Oh.
this wound cable. I'm sorry, it's only 40 feet long, but this is cobalt cable, so this should add that should add some things. Let's see here. So he actually he moves his hands in an interesting motion, and this red circle of glyphs kind of appears right there, and then out from the circle there's this little like imp that kind of pops out. Hello, Theodore. Yes.
Oh my.
Could you, if I attached this tether to this harpoon, could you let them know truthfully this time? Yeah. Okay. And he like looks at it. He like lifts up the. He's a really weird, gangly looking imp. He's like hopping around. Yeah. You know how like a crow hops around? So like that's when he.
Oh my gosh.
Ah.
Oh,
Okay, so if you choose to attach this tether, if an enemy if the enemy is tethered to you and a storm is about you, you can use an action to hold a hand aloft, acting as a lightning rod, and the target takes 2d6 lightning damage. So the lightning goes through the tether from you to them, and if a target or anything else is standing in water, so if they're wet, when lightning damage occurs, it must make a dex save or take an additional 1d6 lightning damage. Those wearing metal armor make this at disadvantage.
Excellent. So I would do that in lieu of like melee damage if I wanted to.
This would be like the harpoon would be stuck in the opponent.
Okay. And then I could still do damage by doing lightning damage, even though it's stuck in there.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Actually, do you asking you, Uthar, do you actually have like a thick leather belt do you wear, or do you need one to be tethered to it?
Oh, I don't know if she does or not, but I feel like being a sailor, she would definitely have some sort of belt, because it's not like you see many like sailors and stuff walking around in just like pants and or dress, you know. So I feel like she would have something. I just don't know if it's
like a thick one,
or strong enough. Or...
Okay. Okay.
And I feel like her parents would have hooked her up with one. You know, like they wouldn't have let her walk around.
Okay, so you've got a basic. It's actually called like a leather girdle. So it's kind of like a thick It's like a thick leather lifting belt.
Okay, cool.
So it would soak up a little bit of damage. You can add a ring to it, so it makes sense that you've been tethering your harpoon to it. But in the future, it would be good to get a better one. Like you can use it for this at the moment. So on his desk there are a bunch of different items just kind of laying there as well. But he's like, so are you wanting to possibly part with those manticore heads and tails and that roper tentacle? If not, you can keep them.
We're looking for the best buyer in town.
Oh, really? Do you do this on a regular occurrence? Because I could possibly. And he runs around. He takes this sack, and he puts it onto the table.
My dog. I will be muting while my dog plays with his toy. Just pretend it's the imp.
And so, like, Theodore the imp is just kind of like sitting up there, and he grabs this like super small like tea set that's there, and he's like he has his legs crossed, and he's like sipping on this tea, like staring at you guys. I'm here for an hour, so. So he lifts this bag up and he puts it on the. If this is a regular thing, I could. I'm more than willing to kind of have you as gatherers, as it were, and I'd be providing you with items to make sure that things could stay fresh. And so he explain. This is a bag of colding. So whatever you put in the bag stays chilled. The interior space can hold the contents of a weight of about 150 pounds. When placed inside, goods are preserved from decomposition.
Really nice.
For like it's like a deep freeze. Outside of these the bag functions as like a bag of holding. So it doesn't hold as much weight as a bag of holding. So.
I mean, I could see where there's some potential like needing preservation, you know, or just
Well, you can definitely tell that the manticore head and stuff are right at the beginning parts of wanting to smell.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
perfect for that. So we need to get rid of them, but we could be walking around with them as long as we needed if we had that.
If we do this, you'd actually be I would give you insignias of the of my shop, and we would just make sure that you try to get people to come to what the tide brought in, and but you this would be your bag, and then you'd have this sending stone to communicate with me, and usually I give I would give you about 10% discount on all items that I would do. Enchanting, we would be talking through things because if you're bringing the items, and then he starts super rambling and he talks about like enchanting bags of holding, which you don't need to know about because he just kind of he's like spaghetti braining, but and then he like sorry I'm very sorry but would a 10% discount be enough? Or and so like the imp is just.
Let me see. This is a good offer that you were making.
And then so Uthara, like I imagine you kind of get closer to the table, and as you're putting your hand down, like water is moving towards your left hand.
From the bag of holding or just in general?
From the desk, there's something on the desk that's happening.
Oh, okay. Should I roll a perception or just?
No, like I'm just. You
Okay.
you definitely
Water
notice this. So if you
from the
if you lift your hand kind of up, the water recedes. It goes back, and he's like, could you um. So he grabs this. It's like a metal rod. I actually acquired this piece a year or so ago. A fisherman found it in one of his nets. This, like whoever started with your harpoon, like hasn't finished the enchantment process, and this mall's enchanting process hasn't been finished. Um, so it looks like a metal rod and so like the end of it is weighted and it's always damp. And while grasping the rod, you can use a bonus action to cause the hammerhead to swirl into salt water. So I'll send a picture of it. When the maul head is activated.
That's very cool.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, let's go.
So as of right now, um, I'm gonna. I'm gonna send you the info. He's been experimenting to find out this information that he's sending you now. So, uh, it's a very good mall, but it's got some definite potential. But it has a few quirks. So if you take cold damage, a pretty good amount, it actually freezes. And I'll send you a picture of what happens when it freezes. And it kind of changes into a different weapon.
Ooh.
What do you guys think? Can we already get this?
Let me send you what it. And that's what it does when it's frozen.
I think the weapon chose you.
Yeah, right?
No.
Goodness. The first time in each of your turns, you have an advantage on the attack roll against a creature. I like that.
Attack rolls against a creature for I go. Hit your turns when you have advantage on it, like when you have advantage on attack roll against a creature and hit it with a hammer. That creature must. So you're a barbarian. You can give yourself advantage. So you'd be knocking. Yeah. You could possibly be knocking them down.
Prone. Okay, love it.
Yeah. And did you notice the dousing? The dousing strikes whenever you hit them, they get wet.
Yes, that's nice.
Now think about with your harpoon now.
Right, so they would receive a disadvantage on lightning, right?
Yep, disadvantage on lightning and an additional 1d6 damage of lightning.
So are you able to do that in battle? Like, so it would like have a harpoon stuck in someone, and then I would be able to switch to a hammer.
It would be your first round. Your first round, because this harpoon is a two-handed throw.
Right, that's what I was wondering. I was like, how could I be using both?
Okay, so yeah, so first round you throw this harpoon, you're tethered to him, or you start off with your maul, and then you so however you choose to do that. But the other harpoons that I sent you, those are single-handed. So you could actually do, like, for instance, once you hit level 5, throw.
Whoa!
They do 1d6 damage, and they automatically stick in your opponent. And they're like 105 gold apiece, but they have that cool benefit of that. Can make some lightning rod harpoons, they're called. Did you read those?
I did see those, and I was interested because it seems like your thing is lightning right now.
So what it is like it just does 1d6 piercing damage, but
yeah, it was the only thing. I was like, I'm going down in damage,
but you do an additional 1d6 plus 1 lightning damage if they're hit with lightning, and then the lightning rod effect. So, and you're definitely telling by his shop and all of his items, he's definitely big on seafaring and things like that.
Yeah, I feel like she's gotta get her weapon from here for sure.
Did you see the blindfold of invisibility?
It did.
Yeah.
You can't see anybody.
Yeah, you can't see anything, and you just have a blank, like an invisible strip around your eyes. So it's really good for parties, for like piñatas and stuff like that.
I was like, if I could somehow put this on my opponent, it'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
Gosh, dang. Well, I really want this hammer.
Okay. So grip.
I'm very interested in this hammer you got here.
Well, being that it isn't fully enchanted, it's only really a I would usually sell it for about 250. But if we're going to be doing business with each other, let's see here, and you give me them, and of course I'll give you gold for them after you choose things from the shop. Actually, for each of the heads, they're worth about 500. The tail's about 2. The roper, about 3. I'd say 350. I could give you 350 for the roper tentacle. But would you be interested to being what would be a good word for what you'd be? not gophers because you're, free agents.
This is a decision I can't make alone.
Well, he's talking
I
to
got
all
a
of y'all.
crew.
Yeah. So
Okay, I was like, I got a crew.
yeah, talking to all of you. So you're and but so I'd actually 150 gold for the mall.
150 gold, I think's a pretty compared to what I've seen other weapons. I feel like it's a pretty good deal.
Because it still does the it does 2d6 bludgeoning, and then it has all those other things that you actually have to keep an eye on.
Yeah. Man, yeah, Uthara Wanti.
Okay.
That's all right.
Okay, so there's that. Is there any other of the items that did you like that?
How much is the toothy maw?
I did not expect you to look at that one.
Yeah.
I know. This is a big plot twist, but I'm really digging it, so. It's speaking to Capri.
That is so funny. I would have never thought the toothy
Worship
maw.
a tooth fairy?
Do what?
I said, do you worship the tooth fairy?
No.
The toothy, I can't get it.
That's real spoopy. What's
Yeah.
wrong with that?
Mm.
Black eyes.
And then
Yeah,
you just gotta put your sickle right here. It'll be,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Oh, what in the world?
What in the whole world?
What, like I have okay, so it's rare 5. It's pushing. That would be around 1,000.
Ooh,
Well, it's actually at the top there. I have it at 1,300.
why did I not see? Okay.
Well, because it's so small compared to the picture.
Okay.
It's yeah.
So if we become your little gophers, and we're gonna find a different word for that because I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, I am not a fan of
We
that.
get a
No.
10% discount
Minimum.
minimum. What's it gonna take to get more of a discount?
Well, you've got that is 17, 1,750 gold worth of items right there. Do you have other things that you'd want to get rid of on your person? Do you have magical items? Do you have?
Oh, let me look at my items here.
What do you think of this silver toothbrush?
Oh, he beckons the imp down. Oh, well, it's cursed.
You want to say that again, imp?
It's cursed.
Say it
Say it again.
one more time.
It's cursed.
She really went for 3?
A cursed toothbrush could go for a lot.
Ah.
They could someone could buy it to give to their enemies.
So Vernon grabs it. He's like, well, a matter of fact, whoever starts to brush their teeth with it, because it's got it originally was enchanted to brush your teeth for you so you don't have to do the motion yourself. But this one doesn't stop until your teeth are all knocked out.
Oof.
How
I'm
entertaining.
saying, you sell this to someone who wants to ruin someone's day, they would pay a pretty penny for it.
It is. It's definitely a possibility. What else do you have? Let me think about that one. That's entertaining.
I have a wand of scowls and a rod of hand warming that I do not want.
Okay.
And a water skin?
Well, water skin is always good to have.
Okay, then I won't be getting rid of that. I'm just reading some of my random things that I have.
She's never gone thirsty in her life.
What about this broken compass?
You have a broken compass?
It cracks me up. I'm just envisioning Euthara like digging around in her
I'm
bag. Like,
getting
what about
actually
this?
just the crap out of my purse. You know, like you have
Yeah.
that stuff in your purse.
Yeah,
like,
the stuff
oh,
at the
it's not
bottom,
happening.
like some
Yeah.
wrappers, coins.
Yes,
and
yes. She
miscellaneous
would have
shit.
sticky wrappers and receipts if that was the
Yeah.
time.
Some paper clips and a
Yes.
half tube of chapstick.
A hair tie.
Yes. No, I have a compass, and I also have a broken. Oh wait, the broken compass is my mom.
I know. I was wondering why you were
I
offering.
forgot. I was like, why do I have a broken compass? There's a story.
I
She
also
would not pull that
have
out. She would not
Like,
pull that
wow.
out.
2 manticore
Those spikes go with it.
yes.
No, go with the tail.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yep, that was all part of that.
Okay.
Wand. Wand of Scowls. That usually sells for. I could give you about 25 gold for the. I guess I'll start writing this down. Scowls, 25 gold. Hand warming. I could give you like 10. The toothbrush, I'll get back to you. I'm gonna remind Kepri and Uthara, you had jade, some gold rings that you had found, then the boots and things that actually Kane had on his person that you guys have no clue about.
Yeah, I mean, I would be willing to set all that stuff up there. I just cannot find where I wrote all of his stuff down. So,
All right, that's perfect. Cause so I will go through that right now, because he didn't share that information with you.
I didn't think so, but I knew we grabbed stuff off his person, but I did not know. I've been like digging through my notes to find what he grabbed.
I have 2 particular items that I would sell as a set that I'm sure your impish friend would be very pleased to have.
Did you keep those books?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not in my possession right now.
Hmm.
I would not sell that book. That book does not need to see the light of day.
Okay, so there was a potion that you guys couldn't figure out what it was. Would you want to part with that or figure out what it is?
I'd at least want to figure out what it was, and then
Okay.
essentially do with it. I don't know.
There's the bead of refreshment.
Yeah, I'd part with that.
You have the boots of Winterlands and the boots of false tracks you're wearing, Uthara. The boots of Winterlands. I don't know if you're wearing them, Kepri, but you have those.
I'd probably part with those.
Of the Winterlands?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm definitely not wearing them, so. Mainly because I didn't realize I had them. I didn't put them in my possession.
Wand of hand warming. Okay. Have that in there. You've got the dread helm on, I'm guessing, and you're wearing the bracers. Those weird patched boots that that Kane had on his person, he didn't put them on.
Yeah.
Um,
Kane really was giving cat energy just with all these random things. Always shook him out, and he just had all these little trinkets.
the gold ring, that would be about 25 gold. Then the rusty helm, the turquoise would be about 10. The cloak of billowing, you're not gonna part with that. So let me get into this other note here. Okay, the rusty helm is rare. Okay, so, well, before I start identifying anything else, usually I charge to identify, but that would be a free service to those that would be working under my employ. So is that something you want to go forward with? So you'd actually have the bag of colding, a sending stone to communicate with me at least once a day.
I say we work for him or with him personally.
Yeah, I kind of think he does more than his old man gives him credit for.
It's his grandfather.
Oh,
So,
grandfather.
yeah, a
Well, his old man.
Yeah. Okay, so this rusty helm that Kane had on his person that he didn't tell anybody about, it's called a line breaker helmet. And so like the imp is telling you, because the difference between regular identify and talking to an other planar entity identifying is they can tell you a little bit more of the lore of it. So this rusty spiked helmet is commonly worn by goblin-like line breakers, vicious shock troopers who charge headlong into the enemy ranks. When you roll initiative in preparation for combat, you may also roll a 1d10. The result of this roll can be added to either your initiative roll or the first damage roll you make during this combat. You may decide how to apply the roll after rolling initiative, but before the initiative order has been set. As a result of your brash attack, the first attack roll made against you and for the continuation of the combat are all made at advantage. And after you use this feature, you must make a con save or 15 or take a level of exhaustion. So for that combat, once you use this feature, all of the attacks for that entire combat are made at advantage against you.
Ooh.
And then the boots, these are called the boots of cowardice. Putting on these boots awakens your senses of dread and mortality. While wearing the boots of cowardice, you gain the following abilities. As a reaction, to taking damage from an attack, you can move up to half your movement speed without provoking an opportunity attack. And when a hostile creature is within 10 feet of you, at the start of your turn, your movement speed is increased by 10 feet until the end of your turn. And when you take the dodge action, you gain advantage on all saving throws you make until the beginning of your next turn. And he's like, and then the imp, he snickers, And these ones are cursed too. While attuned to these boots, you have disadvantage on savings throws against effects that cause you to be the frightened condition.
Jeez.
They're really awesome items, but they've got issues. But they're made by goblins, so
Yeah.
Yeah. They're
I don't. Anything that's advantage attack on me, I'm like,
I feel like we would part with all of those things you just listed off.
okay. Well, bare minimum, you're gonna get 1,000 for those two items together. Just the helmet and the boots.
Oh, well then.
Sweet.
I'm sure he's gonna love these two items then. Pull out the stupid stinky wand and the and the bangle that goes with it.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. So those, he'd give you 200 and 300 for them.
What the heck? No.
Yeah.
Esker's like jaws on the floor when he hears that number. Like, are you sure?
Well, if those were used in combat, just think of the repercussions.
could Uthara roll an intimidation to say, think of the repercussions for not offering more to my friend?
Oh my gosh, we're trying to work with this guy.
I like that.
trying to get money. Okay, she'll back off. She was gold. And I've been waiting to use my intimidation.
Well then, and also the helm you're wearing, Uthara, he'd give about 25 gold for.
Pretty cool looking helm.
He's like listing out. See the, and this is actually a potion of climbing that you have here, so.
Potion of climbing, that's sweet.
And so what that does is when you drink this potion, you gain a climbing speed equal to your walking speed for 1 hour. During this time, you have advantage on strength athletics checks you make to climb. The potion is separated into brown, silver, and gray layers resembling bands of stone. Shaking the bottle fails to mix the colors. So I could give you about 25 for that.
What do you guys think? I feel like we might need that. You never know. Climbing? Might need to climb up it. I don't know.
I mean, we can hold on to that. I don't think.
Yeah.
we can do anything
Hold on to
else.
that one. You never know. I'm also such a hoarder. I'm the one that ends the game with 500 things in their inventory that they never used.
What are you doing with 20 bear pelts?
Yeah. So you also can be like, Taylor, your hoarding's showing.
The bead of refreshment, I could give you like 5. The bangle and the wand that you had, Esker. Yeah, I feel that would be the scowls. Yes, that'd be about 25. The toothbrush, that's pretty fun. I could give like 15. This would be really awesome if we could do this as like store credit for a lot of this, but if need be, I guess you can I can give because I'll be giving you 1,750 just for the Manticore and the Roper parts. So, and are you sure you want to get rid of the the boots of winter, Kepri?
They just keep me warm, right?
Read what it does, in the wondrous. It gives you cold resistance.
Yeah, I don't feel like I need that though.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine partying with those.
And then the boots of the those track boots that Uthara has. Let me see here. Well, those I'd definitely give 500 for those.
Like Uthara's eyes are just dollar
That's
signs.
a good number. Yeah. Take them.
Boots of winter, and then um, the boots of false tracks are a common item. The ones that you're wearing, Uthara, um,
Mm-hmm.
he could. That would be like 30 gold.
False tracks.
It just changes your tracks from one humanoid to another, so you can be tricky that way.
Yeah. She's not tricky though. Hmm. The hoarding in me. The gold lust in Uthara. Yeah, she could give it up.
Um, so for just the items that you just handed over, you're at 2,145 gold, plus the 1,750 gold for the Manticore stuff.
Yeah, so we're at like 3,000 something gold.
To be split amongst yourselves, of course.
What's that exact number to be split?
Let me add it together. Plus 1,750 equals divided by 4. That would be 974 gold a piece.
OMG.
And like he said, he's like, as much of that as possible if you could, spend that at the shop, that would be great.
Does that include the gold ring? The
Yep.
turquoise?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, guys. We're rich.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to decide if I want to try to barter for the toothy maw. Can I try to persuade this guy to give him to me for 974 gold?
974. Um. For that, I don't know. Even with the 10% discount, that's still, I'm on the getting the shorter end of the stick of that. Um. Hmm.
Help. How do I remove stuff from my belongings in Fight Club?
How do you?
Yeah.
You go. So.
I'm in my belongings, but I can't figure out how to remove these items.
Okay. So you go. You go to the item area, then you click at the top. Those lines. Edit character.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that was.
I kind of like that it's that way, so you don't accidentally delete things
Yeah, that makes sense.
in the middle of a game. Esker.
Yes.
um, can we stop by needling things at some point?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You got it. Do I need to invite Uthar?
Shh.
I mean, if it's just you and me, it's fine. We can go.
Yeah, that'll be okay.
All right.
So like, it's telepathic, but you're using your mannerisms and stuff like that too. So it does look kind of funny when you're doing that.
If any, I look around. Is anybody watching me?
That's up to them. Uthar, you're interested in the mall. Are you possibly interested in me making some of those harpoons for you?
Can you remind me how much of the harpoon? How much?
They're 105 a piece.
Okay.
But 105. You'd be right at like 95 per.
95 per harpoon.
Mm-hmm. And the nice thing about those are a single hand. They're a javelin, but they're a harpoon.
So I could throw and still have the other in my hand.
Correct. Or you could have harpoon, like javelin, javelin. You could throw 2 in a round.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when you level up to like level 5, you could do throw, throw, bonus action, throw.
I'm just one. I'm trying to figure out how much I would buy right now.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know like what you could be thinking about this because you guys are in a bigger city. That's why you're able to get all these things, and you're dealing with Vernon, who he is a hoarder, so
My kind of guy.
Yeah.
What's my total if I want 2 harpoons?
2 harpoons with your 10% discount.
Mm-hmm.
That's 190.
I think she'll do it.
Okay, so you get, and you already have the info on those harpoons, so you just use and do I need to make? I'll work on making that special harpoon and sending it to you in Fight Club.
Okay, perfect.
Now with the maul, just give yourself a regular maul for now, because all those benefits really aren't like major bonuses and stuff. But I'll try to write that up and make another one of those as well.
Will do. I'll add the maul right now.
Okay.
And then minus, what'd you say? How many gold? Sorry, I just
190.
190. Okay.
Yep, and then did you subtract? Oh man, he's gonna go about 150 for the water maul, the tidebreaker.
Wait, so I'm 190 plus 150?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oof. Okay, let me think. Yeah, she's still got a lot left over.
Because what else were you thinking of getting?
I mean, that's kind of it. That's the thing. I'm like, this I think fits her the best character-wise. This seems.
Did you see the boots that he actually had?
He had several boots, right?
Mm-hmm.
So. No, nothing really caught my eye, but I'll look again.
Okay, so let's see
Anything that gives her armor class without being armor would be nice too, but I didn't see that.
none of those boots, none of those things have that. Then also, what was that?
It was a buckler.
Yeah, a buckler, but then also you have what was at the second gilded goblet. He had a pair of boots as well. At least it was supposed to be there. One, he had another pair of boots. He's supposed to have 2 pairs of boots. Where did these pair of boots go? It was between those 2 that were supposed to have it.
Okay, got my mom. 340. Okay. I'm scared to spend more.
I know. I went ahead and grabbed the ring of anchoring and then the driftwood earrings.
All right, cool. Okay, they're called Deckhand's Dance boots. They are near. Ooh. Which one is it? That should be. Yep. They're the boots near the bottom. So you got the ring of anchoring. So as you've got that one, and then what was the other item you got, Esker? The earrings.
Rings. Yeah.
Nice. That's a very piratey. It's very nice.
Yeah. I mean, not that Esker's ever been a pirate.
Yeah, it's very cool. Um, uh, just before you purchase the ring, Esker, was it? This ring does weigh a lot and has a strange effect when you do go into water. Are you very strong?
Define very strong. I have worked on a ship before.
Okay. Well, we came by this one. It was actually in a crab for fisherman's um, uh, uh, cage, and there was a hand that had this on it, and my little associate here, it does have a curse on it. Once you hit a body of water, you have to do a strength save of 20. Athletics, like strength athletics. Otherwise, you sink to the bottom of the water for 1 minute. But you can breathe underwater. But if you make the save, you have no ill effects.
Okay.
That's why it's so cheap.
But it's not heavy if I don't slide it on my fingers.
Correct.
I think I will still take it, yes.
Okay. Alright, so you still have it. Cool.
Yeah. I have a rather good idea for any of my enemies, should they,
But they have to attune to it.
I'll just wait.
You'll wait on that one?
I'll wait on that one.
Okay.
Vengeance is best served delayed.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up the blindfold of invisibility
Really? Okay.
and the circlet of sea speaking.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I liked that one too.
And then I will just take the rest of my gold.
Okay. Make sure that you subtract 10% from it.
Oh, yeah, let me do that real quick.
Oh yeah, I've got to text Caleb that he has to add 974 gold.
No, I suppose if we want anything, we should just commission you.
Well, that would be fantastic.
I like the way you're thinking. See, I've been looking for a sort of hand crossbow, or perhaps something I can have my hand free.
Okay.
There was a bracer at Innovations, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Innovations.
Quick draw. Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. I rather liked it.
I sent that one directly to you, didn't I?
Let me check.
Yes, I did. Okay.
Show did.
Yep. Hmm.
So you gonna make anything like that?
Possibly. Possibly. Let me look here quick. I think I have. It's not exactly the same, but it does attach to your forearm. I mean, he picks up this. There's this thing wrapped in cloth, and he just shows it to you, Esker. I just sent it directly to you. So you should be getting it in your phone.
Okay.
Is everyone enjoying yourself? The shopping of actually buying stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like we've never gotten to do this.
Nope.
Love that I balled out tonight.
The what?
Balled out. Spent my money.
Okay.
You spent your money indeed.
I gotta say, that's pretty great.
Would that work for you? For other than just that? Because that's something I have.
Do you think? Give me a second. It's probably on the page, so I'm gonna think about it. Yeah, 15 feet. Ooh. You know I want it. I do.
So that'd be $455.
Yeah.
So.
Just making sure you get your money back.
Well, hopefully. Now with your harpoon Uthara to make it get charged, a regular bolt of lightning necessarily won't do anything. Wait a second. I've been doing his voice all wrong because I keep just getting like the manic part of it, but it definitely needs to be a elemental version of it, like possibly like a lightning bolt from the breath weapon of a dragon or something like that to give it a charge. So yeah.
Have any of us heard anyone talk like him before? Like other people? Or is he kind of his own singular, unique accent?
Like a striped jacket. You could roll a history if you've.
I'll try. Maybe
Yeah.
because she's just thinking that she's never heard a sailor, a guy who's got like a sailing theme talk like this, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you could just like boats.
You could just have a boat hobby, you know?
Mhm.
Let's see what that history is. Haha. Pitiful.
Yeah.
Okay, let me skip my. Okay. Sorry, you dummy. Hey! -1, so it's a 17.
17. Okay.
Yeah!
You were in this bar a few years ago, and you heard a guy talking like this that was like a librarian.
You're one of those librarian sorts. I see. You ever actually been out at sea, Vernon?
Actually, I have.
You got your sea legs then.
Yeah, I really like it when it storms. Everyone was kind of freaking out, but I was kind of enjoying myself. And then lightning hit the mast, and they were all screaming. Screaming. Sorry.
You had me with the storm because a true
Yeah.
sailor must have their sea legs at all times, especially during storms. You kind of lost me with the lightning.
Oh. Just it was quite funny, these burly men running around. So nice.
He's right here.
Okay. Alrighty. So there is let's see. Just looking at the amount of time, there's two other places. One's called Hammered, which is a brewery and blacksmith, and then there is Victorium, which is just pretty much regular fighting items, and then also right next to Victorium is We've Got Your Back Armory, so it's armor.
Are there like clothing items also in the armory? Because
Do you?
I wouldn't wear armor, but you know.
If you want regular clothing, you can go to the haberdashery. You can definitely go there.
Just wondering if there was any type of clothing that's like.
Oh, I kind of want to go to the haberdashery.
What do you guys think about that? I can't wear armor, so if you guys want to go to the armory, let me know.
I'm good for armor.
Haberdashery sounds like the next stop, maybe.
Okay.
We made a deal with this guy Vernon, right? We're working for him. Or
so if you kill a monster or anything, you harvest its parts and it goes to him.
okay, all right.
And any magic items, he would have first dibs on being able to purchase them, and then if it could be your goal to make sure that people come to his shop.
Ah, a little bit of advertisement. Merchandising. Okay.
Is there? Can I swing by another place and buy an item real quick?
Yeah, where are you wanting to go?
To the Stone Onion.
Okay.
There is a greater hat of disguise that
Yes.
I'd like to purchase and give to a good old pal.
Yes, Kate.
Okay. So you go there and he's like, "Oh, welcome back." And you have the price for that right already?
Yes.
Okay.
It's 150 gold pieces.
Yes. So you can spend that, and he would. The hat looks ridiculous, like the other hat does, but it changes form when it's on the person.
Got it. Then I'll jump into an alley and give that to Flower.
Thank you, Esker. And so it doesn't fit his head initially, and then it goes over. Well, what should I look like? I've always just been something big.
look however you want to look, or look like a orc, I guess. Look like a friendly person. Look like a scary person.
Okay.
You can be the you that you want to be. Unhindered. Unashamed. Just not a troll.
Yeah. I want to be a troll. No.
Anything but that. Anything but that.
Man, that's a really hard decision for him. Because that's literally what his dream would be, but he's actually getting to choose. You know? So. Oh. Yep. All right.
Okay.
What did he pick?
Oh, you'll see.
Oh, you'll see. You'll all see.
So, out from the back of this alley with Esker comes. He's still tall. He's about 6'8".
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yep. Because he gets to dress the way he wants, and he actually gets to have tattoos and scarring and stuff because he can't.
Oh my gosh, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Wait.
Just waiting for it.
Yeah.
I need to check the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should check your phone.
Oh my gosh. It's like when Shrek
Nice.
became
Yeah.
that.
Oh, the handsome prince?
Yep.
The handsome prince.
Yep.
He got yassified.
Yeah, and actually, Esker, Esker, if we could go to, if we could go to the needle and things first, and then meet up with them.
Okay, sure. I think they were going to do the haberdashery. So.
Okay. So he runs
I'm
in.
sure about to get a tattoo or something.
And then so you go to you meet up at the haberdashery after you go there with him, Esker. Now the haberdashery, you're going in. There's cloth hanging everywhere. There are wigs. Like one wig is like a thunderstorm. Like, there's hats that are like raining underneath. And then some of them are like weather. There are dresses that when you move. It's like it has gusts brought into it, so it actually like makes your hair like go up like perfectly, like when you move. Yep. There's jewelry and all kinds of things here. So there's so you can get custom items. So you can have your custom clothing done here. There are like enchanted things that they're of course a little bit pricier, but there are they actually have beauticians there that can do enchanted colorings and things like that in hair. And then there's there's a lot of different jackets. Um, like, what exactly would you be kind of looking for?
So I'm kind of looking for. I'm just grabbing a picture. This isn't necessarily 100% accurate
Mm-hmm.
for what I'm looking for. But essentially, like some like finger rings like this. It doesn't need to be like enchanted or anything like this, but they'd be like little claws.
Yep, they definitely would have those. That would be that amount. Are you wanting them actually in gold with the jewels in set?
I don't necessarily need the jewels in set.
Okay, because without the jewels in set, you'd be running around 200.
Cool. Then I would do that.
Okay.
I don't even know what to call those, but
Okay. Okay, so they do have a mimic cloak, so it can change its form. There's an armored ball gown. There's a merfolk skirt that once you jump into water, your legs can turn into like a merfolk. There are merfolk trousers, same thing. Dress of many pockets, so it's a dress that has pockets. Dress of outrageous opulence. I should be able to share. It's just I'm running through this, making sure that there's no weird. Boots of the Yep. Okay, so I should be able to share this one. This has far less things on it, so I should be able to send it to you. All right, let's see if it worked. Yeah, 32 photos. This is just some of the stuff. So Esker and this very tall half orc walk through the door of the haberdashery while you, Uthara, and Kepri are looking through things. And Rhaegoth is just standing there kind of in his own little world, I guess.
we love that for him.
Yep. And if it decides not to send them all, I can put it into a pages file again.
What form are you sending them on? Is it a text message?
I tried to. I'm gonna not do that now.
Oh.
Let's see if there. Let's see if it works now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got them all.
Okay, I just sent it as a pages file as well, just in case.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so there's just some of the stuff there. There's clothing and fabric from all over the world. Like I said, they can do custom work. So, and there is a lot of winter clothes too, because you are in the north, and this is right before winter.
Cool. Ooh, the storm shroud is cool.
Yeah, it is.
That is probably like one of the coolest.
Oh, the cloud wig is fun too.
Yeah. And Uthara, this half orc walks up to you. That's about 6'8".
No.
Yeah. I got this for you. And it's.
Who are you?
What?
Does she not know?
You probably don't.
Yeah.
But it's someone. It's a voice that's very familiar to you.
Oh, okay.
You're like,
Stranger!
Yep.
Stranger.
Yep.
She'd be like, Flower, is that you?
Yes, it is. And of course, this is an orc. So. And Uthara does have gauges, right?
I haven't thought about it, but I think she would. That seems to track, yeah.
So, Flower hands over gauges from Needle and Things.
Oh. Thank you, Flower.
You're welcome. These are. Oh, I went to the wrong file. Why did I? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'll copy this separately just so you have it. I'm just keeping it in the big thing. There we go. Okay, so he gave you gauges, like the enlarge gauges, so you can cast enlarge on yourself.
Oh my gosh, that would be so cool. That would be so cool.
Okay, so the reason why these can be so cost effective now the way like for instance a bard casting enlarge is different than the way this enlarge works because I've modified the spell enlarge so so if you become large, that would be what you do. You gain 3 damage soak automatically. Your hit per hit, and your damage hit dice is doubled. So if you have a dagger, it would be a 1 instead of being a 1d4 plus your bonus, it becomes a 2d4 plus a bonus. So if you're using your maul and you become large, it'll be 4d6 plus your bonuses.
Oh my gosh. I'm about to be a giant every single battle. I'm about to be massive. I'll just pick you guys up. Yep. You want to go over there? Go.
I hope you can use it well, Storm Angel.
Thara gives him a peck on the cheek. Ooh.
Okay, so when you do that, it does not feel the way he looks.
Dang it.
Yeah, because his skin still feels like leathery, and he does.
She tries not to show her face going.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
She's like, that would break his heart if he
Yeah.
knows I'm about to gag.
Yeah. But okay, so on that we'll end our session, and we'll start our next session at the haberdashery, looking through clothes, and I guess Rhaegoth would have went with Esker to the Stone Onion, I'm guessing, and so we'll kind of backtrack on that. So we'll go through our run our intro again, and we'll see you guys next time.